Okay, what is up, CNF fans, friends, followers, family? Today is Wednesday the 7th of December. I'm in my office, the CNF headquarters. My second office, my office away from my office, although I don't have an office in work. I'm kind of on my feet for the day. But anyway, I am just home from work, not so long. And what I want to do today is talk about my personal training, strength and conditioning and group fitness course that I'm studying. I've been doing it for 9 or 10 weeks. I'm not 100% sure if it's 9 or 10 weeks, but I've been doing it for a minute, and I'll be going till the end of March, start of April next year. So I think it's about 6 months. I do it on Thursdays. It's 3 hours, so it's a lot to cover. And then to cover certain aspects, I'll have to do full weekends, so a bit more. There's a lot in the course, but I'm obviously doing the course to develop myself and my channel so I can provide more information, more useful content, more informative content, and back up my results with the information, knowledge, qualifications, and then also help people who are in need of help and require my services. But also, while I'm doing the course, I want to share interesting things that I'm learning. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while, and because I don't have my video finished editing for the new series I'm doing, The Crazy Cook, which will be out tomorrow if I get it finished tonight. I did about 2 hours on it last night, so it's pretty much done. I just want a few finishing touches to it. So I just been going through, like, I obviously have to do work on top of the 3 hours. There's a lot of work, a lot of course materials to coverage, so I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. Obviously I focus a lot of my time on going to the gym, on cooking food, on planning my own training, and you know, I don't find a lot of time to myself to do this, but this is very important, and it's a major goal to get this done along with getting the six-pack next year. So I wrote down 10 interesting learnings that I have from it, and they're not your typical learnings. They're not directly to do, a lot of it's not directly to do with the course and specific stuff, because I don't want to bore you with that. A lot of you don't want this you know, qualification or whatever. You just want to help and know some guidance on how to lose fat or how to, you know, go after the results that you want, and I'm here to try and help you do that, okay? The first thing I learned, and it's been prominent throughout every week in the course, is to question everything. And what I mean by that is every training method. And I love it. It's a good approach to have. I mean, you could meet 10 different people in the gym and they tell you 10 different ways how to train, and probably each one would say that way is the best way. And the only way you'll know is to do it. And I think the saying from the course, by the way, because I had a friend or one of the girls in the gym came up to me and asked me, you know, what course am I doing? She'd like to do it. It is, actually I have cards here. So it's George Martin is the academic director, and it's the National Sports College. They are based in Athy, County Kildare, but they do the course in Dublin and Kildare. I'm doing it in Dublin. It's in Ringsend on Lots Road. It's a gym called Sports Co. So I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's in focus or not, but his name is George Martin. I think he has a degree and a master's in strength and conditioning and sports science. But to me, that's great. But he also has 25 years experience in the industry, has his own gym in Kildare, and he just knows a lot. He has a wealth of knowledge, so it's nice to learn from someone who has that knowledge base and that experience. But back to my first point, that's question everything, okay? So always ask why. Why is it done a certain way? Why is this program like that? Because not everything is necessarily 100% right. So test, train, and test. That's how you know if it's going to work. So test your strength or your performance or your body measurements if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to gain weight, your weight, etc. Train the program. I would give it a good 8, 10, 12, 16 weeks, whatever, and then retest and see what results you got. So I never just stick to one method, okay? The second thing, I'm just going to fly through these because I want to just record this video, upload it, and go to the gym. But the second thing I've learned a lot about is, when I was going to the gym, I do train a lot of mobility stuff, but I'm all about going in there and working hard and giving 110%. But really, as a personal trainer or a coach to someone, what my main concern is going to be now is injury prevention, and then the training aspect. And it should be my concern for myself in the gym, and it should be everyone's concern that's going to the gym. And I'm lucky touch wood, I first stepped foot inside the gym in 2008 when I started college, and I've never actually had a serious injury. And I would put a lot of that down to the fact that I do take my stretching and mobility very serious, and what my goal since I started back in February this year is to do 20 minutes before each weight session of a full body warm-up routine, which includes dynamic stretching, static stretching, foam rolling, lacrosse, trigger point release with the lacrosse balls, and then resistant bands for shoulder mobility. So it's a thorough warm-up. In saying that, we had a class recently where they were testing mobility, and my hamstrings were pretty bad. So, you know, there's always something to work on in terms of mobility and injury prevention. Number 3, and I just had a conversation with George last week. We were discussing, you know, future plans and stuff, and he, you know, I was telling him, like, this is what I want to do. You know, I'd love to be a coach and be a successful coach, do it full time. And we were saying, like, there's a gap in them. Like, for me, I feel like my market or my appeal is people who are really men who are quite overweight, men and women, but mainly men, because you can see how overweight I was, and I find it disgusting looking back at those images, and I'm still not happy with how I look, but it's nice to look back and see how bent out of shape you were. So, and obviously I was 26 at the start of this year, I'm 27 now, so just any lads, even in their late teens years, or, you know, in their 20s and 30s, that have let themselves go and they just need someone to help them get back into shape. But he was saying, look, that's a great plan and everything, but take action. And you'll hear me say that a lot. Without action, I mean, nothing's going to really happen for you. So you got to just take action. But like I said, my main concern on the whole big picture, this whole big dream is get the qualification, March 17, get the abs and the final transformation photo. That's going to be August 17. In between that, I'll be building up clients and whatnot. But they're the main 2 things. If I don't achieve those, if I don't take action on those 2, nothing else really matters. So I'm just focused on those 2 things. Number 4, it's for progress. So the guy doing the course, George, is very big on the body measurements, and in fairness, it's the best way. Another guy I follow, Dominic Munnelly, he's very big on the body measurements. Like, you know, checking your chest, waist, thigh, arms, etc., and seeing what the progress is there, like, because weight it's a good indicator, but it's not a great indicator. And I threw in then just myself is to track your performance, you know, so if you're doing circuits, how quick you can do them, if you're doing weights, how much weight you can lift, and, you know, to make sure you're making progress that way. And then also images, you know, I love those images. I am constantly posting up pictures of myself on Instagram, and to be honest, I don't obviously do it for myself, I do it for my followers. I do it for my followers. People see it, take inspiration from it, they like it. It's good for me, make myself accountable, and you know, it's a bit of a laugh as well for me. My brother's girlfriend said to me one day, she was talking to Virgil, she goes, I think I've seen more pictures of Cormac in his boxers than I should have. So I just like doing that. You don't have to obviously share your images, but for your own sake and for tracking your progress, it's a great indicator of tracking your progress, and you should be proud of your progress because you're putting that work in, and people love to put that stuff down, but I can't hate on anyone posting up progress pictures. You know, that is just like fair play to you. You know, you've done well. That is number 4. Number 5 is just to get after it, okay? And like, I was very hesitant about doing this course, and it really like was scary for me because I wasn't in great shape when I started. Like, I still consider myself overweight and not in good shape. Like, if someone was to look at me, they wouldn't say he's in good shape, but they obviously don't know I've lost pretty much 5 stone. So down from 143.2 to 113.8, so it's a lot of weight to have lost, and I know I have a good physique underneath those few extra winter layers that I'm carrying at the moment. But just to get after it, guys, that's that one. Number 6 is just a quick one, and you can see I'm hunched over here, but just to focus on your posture, okay? A lot of people go to the gym and they'll do stretches. I'm drinking a Lemsip, I don't know if I said that, I have man flu, you know, it's tough. But people don't focus on keeping a good posture. I'm trying to be more conscious of it. Like, but you go to the gym for 20 minutes, half an hour, or an hour, say 20 minutes, half an hour warm up, and you'll be working on your posture and stuff. But if you were to consciously work on it 24/7, or, you know, in the car, or even if I'm down in the kitchen, I'm constantly just keep that upright posture, because you can get a very bad rounded posture. It's not good for you, especially in the long term. So just to be conscious of that. Number 7 I wrote down is the importance of keeping an open mind. A few weeks ago we were doing, if you're in gyms, if you're familiar, you'll see the aerobics classes and how they teach it to music, and there's like, music is done on an 8 count, or I think it's a 32 count, and in 4 sets of 8. So I posted up something recently, doing the march and going forward, and I often would look at those classes and be like, oh, that is, for want of a better word, I hope this isn't offended, that's gay or something, but I was doing it, it's actually fun, and I'm sure it'd be fun to teach that class to some women or whoever wants to do it, so just to keep an open mind to stuff like that. Number 8, just a couple of techniques for you to try, or maybe to ask your local gym trainer to help you out with. As I mentioned, my hamstrings were very, very tight, and 1 week we focused on stretching, okay, so, and it really works. It's amazing to see it working. So you'll need a friend to do it for you, or if you have a trainer, and there's a couple of different techniques. So let me see, so there's I can't pronounce that word, post-isometric relaxation, muscular, so you can see I have a long ways to go with this, but the English terms, contract, relax, we have this in brackets, and then the antagonistic contract, okay, so we're safe. Technical difficulties. Oh, thank God. Rightio. So, let's just see where we were here. You can see I have a long ways to go with this. A bit stressed, sir. So contract, the English terms. Anyway, I was talking. Right, Cormac. Shut up. So we'll go on from that one. That was mobility techniques and stretching. And I think the key thing that I want you really to take from that is to take a bit of static stretching, dynamic stretching, foam rolling, trigger point release, the band work, and again question why and see what's effective. We had a lot of interesting talks about warm-ups and what's really necessary, what's the best way to warm up, and a lot of it is to do with getting the mind right. Like, say if you're warming up certain exercises, you're just getting into that mindset to do the actual exercise, because you are, if you walk to the gym or cycle to the gym, or a lot of the times you are warmed up. But I do believe most of the work that I do and most of the stuff I'd recommend you do is to improve your mobility to a point where it's good enough to do the exercises to the full range of motion, okay? So that's the main thing to take from that. Number 9 was knowledge is power. I have a ton of books here, but I need to read more. You can learn so much just online or through these books or whatever, and it's very important to have it in terms of myself and this course and people in this career. Knowledge is key. If you're in this career and you have more knowledge than someone else, it's going to stand to you. But also I want you as a follower, as someone who trains in the gym, to educate yourself as much as I can. Just look at someone like me. I've never studied the area, but I consider myself to have an okay knowledge, and I've constructed my own plans and routines over the years. The current one now I haven't, but the one previous to that I have, and I got good results, and I've built up good strength. And that's all just from following people on YouTube, reading articles from experts out there, reading books, just educating yourself. I'm probably a bit too hard on myself. I want to educate myself more, but I have educated myself a lot in terms of this. So knowledge is power, guys. Pick up a book, open up one of the popular websites, and start to read, start to learn, test, train and retest, and you'll know a lot yourself, okay? And the last thing is just not to listen to other people and to go with your gut instinct, to go with your heart. It's very hard for me to tell someone that I'm working, I have a degree in business and management, I work in the bank, but I want to be a coach, a fat loss coach or a personal trainer and stuff, and people just think you want to work in a gym for minimum wage. And to me, that's not what it is. It's a big picture. You have the internet. You have so much opportunities. You can sell and promote to thousands and millions of people all around the world. So there is potential to be a successful coach. There's so much you can do. I'd love to write a book. I'd like to have my own successful website with my 12-week plans or whatever it is. I'd like to take people on for 6 months, 12 months, 16. People who have a lot of work to do. People who think that I can't change how I look. People who are at rock bottom. I want to take those people and take them from rock bottom to the best physique they've ever had. So, because that's what I'm doing. Like, I consider myself at 144 kilos, that was rock bottom for me. That's 23 stone. I looked disgusting is the only word I can use for it. But I know I'm going to have a six-pack next year and have that dream physique. So I want people to be able to see me, see that I can do it, and then come to me and I can help them do it. So that's what I see. I see the big picture. You know, I have visions of myself going on to the Late Late Show and stuff to talk about weight loss and my book and stuff like that. So I don't think €9 an hour in a gym. I think having my own successful site, my own brand, sponsors, a gym, stuff like that. I think big pictures. You have to dream big. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to get this video out. I'm on a bit of a roll. I'm trying to get as much content out as possible to finish the year out with a bang. Not only in the gym, but also on my social media. Obviously had that rough few weeks there in October, November. You saw the video I posted recently, and I'm just glad to be fully over that. Two solid weeks work done. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like this video if you found the content useful. That's the top 10 points. Let me know what you want to see. I have a lot of questions that came in over the last couple of months, couple of weeks. I haven't been able to get to every question. My goal is to get to every question. I'm going to type them all out when I get a chance, and I'll do a Q&A video. Or if you have any more questions to add to that, you can get me on Snapchat, Cormac_24, Instagram, Cormac_Nugent, that's CORMACNUGENT, and Facebook, Cormac Nugent Fitness. Once again, thanks for the support. Like the video if you liked it. It's a huge help for me. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new episode of a brand new series, The Crazy Cook. Peace out, guys. Thanks. Bosh.